want to leave him. He's so nice. He's so charming. I don't know. I mean, he's always been nice to me when I come around. Wow, just one of many comments that you might have heard or you could hear when you relate to a friend that you have moved on emotionally, or you've moved on emotionally and physically from a toxic relationship. Before I unpack that, let me briefly introduce myself. Hello, my name is Marissa Senya, and I am a freedom coach. I help women who are feeling trapped in unhealthy relationship patterns by providing strategic guidance and resources so they can gain the confidence, clarity, and support they need to make a peaceful exit from relationship dynamics that no longer serve them. And today, I want to unpack this topic of the flying monkeys in our lives, right? The flying monkeys, the people in our lives that may be doing the bidding knowingly or unknowingly for a toxic partner that we are trying to leave or distance ourselves from or have left, and are, picking up the pieces of, our lives to start a new chapter. So yes, that intro with the friend that you're having the conversation with to say, yes, you've made the decision, you have acted on a plan, and in fact, you've already created that distance between you and that toxic ex-partner, and you are, moving on, and you are feeling great, and you are beginning to feel confident in this new reality. Yes, I'm sure there are the hard days that come, but you're still in this, rhythm of getting up every day, and you're seeing the light and the clarity and the confidence because you've acted on a plan and you're moving forward with your life. But not so fast, says the toxic ex-partner. Not so fast, says some of the people in your life. And these are what psychologists call the flying monkeys. So where does that term come from? That term came from a movie, literally, where there were flying monkeys in the movie, and the job of the monkeys were to do the bidding of, the Wicked Witch of the West. And if you don't know it by now, that movie was The Wizard of Oz. That has been done in childhood, and there are many iterations, and I think there are Broadway plays and plays off Broadway that do that rendition of The Wizard of Oz. So literally that concept of the flying monkey is a term that is used when we talk about, either narcissistic relationships or just toxic relationships in general, where there is this cycle of really harmful behavior, and it's really hard to extricate oneself from such pattern. So, who are these flying monkeys? Well, they are not strangers. They are people that you know. They are people that you love. They are people that you respect. And so that's what makes their role in a breakup, in a separation, especially from a highly toxic relationship, that much more dangerous, and at times very much a betrayal, because these are people that you've garnered respect for, and that is exactly why they end up being in that role. Now, not all your friends are going to turn on you, not all your family members are going to turn on you, but there's a high likelihood that when you are leaving a toxic relationship and you have taken these brave steps to start that next chapter, and there are people watching, and the toxic ex-partner isn't happy, and typically isn't going to just sit back and let you just walk away. Sometimes that is dangerous, and obviously in those times when you know the situation, you should have a plan that includes others and keeping you safe and protected, and you have worked with a trusted community to ensure that that you are safe, and if you have children, that the children are safe when exiting such relationship. But aside from worries about physical safety, it's the emotional and the psychological, abuse and manipulation that may continue, the manipulation that may continue through people that you respect and love, hence their role. So these are the ones that kind of get caught up in your toxic ex's plan. So these are the friends that will call you and say, girl, are you sure he's such a good guy? I mean, he was so nice to me when I would come over and he would go out of his way for me. Are you sure, you don't want to give him another chance? Like, go see this other therapist or try to convince him again to go get help. Yeah, you're going to have to look at the phone and be like, maybe I shouldn't be taking this call. Maybe this isn't somebody that I should trust with, my future plans and with my heart right now, because clearly they are not for me. They are doing the bidding of the person that I was with. And so it can be jarring to hear a friend or a family member, or a respected member of your community, say your spiritual community, or your work, whatever have you, right? It can be really jarring to hear people that you love and respect suddenly, just saying wonderful things about this person that you've had a horrible experience with, and you've had to make a decision that was best for you. And of course, you want to be supported. You want to feel that. But the reality is that's not always going to be the case. In fact, there are always some people in your life that are going to disagree with your decision, because when you are in a toxic relational dynamic, you experience the worst of that individual. But that doesn't mean that everybody else is experiencing that same person. They may experience, an amazing friend. They may experience an amazing in-law. They may experience an amazing colleague or an amazing member of the spiritual community and all their roles. So they will not see it the same way that you do. And you know what? That's okay. You still have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. So flying monkeys, yes, it will hurt when you hear a close friend questioning your decision, and not just questioning it, but trying to convince you to go back. It will hurt when a family member questions your decision, or actually sides with a person that has been abusive or toxic to you. It will hurt when a spiritual leader or somebody that you respect also takes on this role of being a flying monkey without any regard for the experiences that led you to make the decision that you made. All of those things will hurt. And yet, it is part of your process. It is part of your process of putting yourself first. It is part of your process of prioritizing your happiness. It is part of your process of saying, you know what, my values matter, even if it comes at a cost, and it will. So those flying monkeys, typically, it will lead to the relationship dissolving. loss of friendship, strained relationships with family members, or even estrangement. It will result in some harsh, consequences. But at the same time, this is what it means to choose yourself. If, it's choosing yourself no matter what. It's choosing yourself regardless of other people's opinions, because other people do not live in your household. Those other people aren't paying your bills, and those other people are not enduring what you have endured for as long as you have been in that relationship to make you say, enough is enough. Time's up. So I will end there as you think about this concept of flying monkeys. And I'm sure as I talked about the definition and gave those examples, you kind of remember those individuals in your life that had questioned those decisions, and maybe the fracturing of relationships, or having to kind of just take some time apart for a while, and before being reunited again in the future, in some distant future. That's okay. That's all part of the process of choosing yourself. Not everybody in your life will understand it. But the beautiful thing about it is you will find your tribe. You will find the people that will see you and support you and ride with you as you enter this new phase of knowing your worth and not settling for anything less than that. So I will end there, and if this content resonated with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if you know a woman of any age that would benefit from this, please share this video with her. It can comfort somebody to hear from another voice, especially somebody that may not be a part of their lives, encouraging them at a time when they might need this. So please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep well.